What's going on, everybody? Dustin right here on how we're gonna get to 100%, okay? So if you could smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know when I come out with another video, because I want everybody to get to 100%. Today we are going to talk about if we should buy a house cash or if we should get financing to purchase a home. Which one is gonna be in the best benefit for us right now in this time of the world? So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
I've been moving, trying to start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. and cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Guess I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different. God's plan.
Alright, so should I buy my house cash? You're saying, what do you mean? Obviously I should buy a house cash if I have the money. Well, not necessarily. Now, it all matters on the situation you are in life. Now, this typically isn't a video for an investor who's been investing in homes for quite some time and has a lot of capital and has been buying homes for quite a while. So this is more towards the average man or woman who has been working their whole life, maybe paid down a house, right? Maybe needs to relocate and is able to purchase a home cash, because when they sell their home, they're gonna have a lot of equity. So, should I buy the house cash? Or let's say you inherited a couple $100,000 and you're able to buy the home cash. Well, let's put this into perspective. So, if you sell your home, right, and all the money that you had is tied up into the home, meaning you have no outside money other than what's inside the home, other than what you get from your employer or your business or whatever income you have, that's what sustains your life. So what I mean is, you don't have, let's say, a lot of extra money in the bank. You only have a couple grand, but you're gonna sell your home and you're gonna get about $250,000. Or you're gonna get $300,000 cash to buy the next house because you've been paying that home down for 20, 30 years. Or you've inherited some money and you're now ready to buy a home and you're excited because you can buy it cash. Now, that's not always the best thing, is to buy a house cash. And let me explain why that is. If there's not a bunch of equity in the bank that you've been saving up for, you don't have an extreme amount of income to really start saving more and more, so typically all the money will be tied up in your home. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so let's take a look at the difference if you bought a home cash versus financing. Now, you just got your inheritance or you just sold your home, so that leaves you with about $300,000. This is just a good number so I can keep it simple. So $300,000 cash or financing, which one should I do? Well, I know everybody wants to buy a house cash. It's a pedestal kind of thing. It feels good. I know it's going to be a great thing to say, yeah, I bought my house cash, I sold mine, boom, no mortgage, I'm mortgage free. Now hold on, because if you sold your home cash and you theoretically were living about paycheck to paycheck before you even sold that house, well, if you sell your home, or let's say you get that inheritance and you were living paycheck to paycheck, and you buy a home for the price that you now have in your bank account because you sold your home and you have your inheritance, well, your life is still going to be the same, because you just took all that money that you have built up in equity either in your home or that you have just inherited and just blew it on a house. Now, granted, you don't have a mortgage and you'll have to pay taxes, but you bought the house cash. Now, let me tell you something. What happens is, if let's say there's not a bunch of equity in your account, well, you're going to be stuck with the same problem. And let me show you why. Because if you sold your home, got all the equity out of it, and put it right into another home, not an investment, but into another home, all of it, now you're stuck in the same position. So you worked your whole life to get this home paid off, or, God forbid something happened to somebody, you got this inheritance and you can now make a move in life. Let's make sure it's a good one. Now take a look at the financing part. The same scenario. You get your $300K an inheritance, or you pay your house off. If you took the $300,000 and put $150,000 down, 50% of 300, your mortgage will be $1,250. Oh my God, I don't want a mortgage. Oh, I want to stay away from mortgage. Now hold on, because even though you have a $1,250 mortgage, which you can pay off, okay, you're going to have $150,000 in the account. Now, what do you think is better? To have a $1,250 mortgage that you can pay. Now you got to make sure that the mortgage that you get doesn't have any penalty for paying it early, if that is your plan. So you won't get penalties for that. Would you rather have a $1,250 mortgage payment and $150,000 in the account? Or would you like to say that you bought your house cash and not have any money, and you're never going to see that equity or that money that you've built in your home, or that inheritance that, God forbid, something happened to somebody? You're never going to utilize that money if you dump it right into a house. That is something that you need to take into consideration when interest rates are getting below 3%. You need to use this money and be able to plan with it. Guys, you can invest with this. You can buy stocks, real estate. I mean, you can use this money and create that second business or that thing that you've always wanted to do in life. But you can't do it with no money. Guys, we're going to get to 100%. No matter what way we have to do it, we're going to be the best. Forget the rest. Don't buy your house cash. Finance it, put money in the bank, and let's get to it.